Hello， 小伙伴们，大家好，欢迎来到水子哥天国拯救2游戏攻略。这视频是主线深入地下。深入地下这一个主线呢，它有很多地方没有引导会导致有很多小伙伴不知道怎么做。其实它也有很多方法去完成也有很多方法去完成。那水子哥这个方法也不是唯一的大家仅做参考。没有标记的地方呢，水子哥会告诉大家在哪边。我们先第一步找凯瑟琳对话。凯瑟琳就在这家酒馆，这家酒馆我们在做支线的时候来过。他在外面在这。
Henry.
Hey, my lovely. Zizka told me you found something out about Liechtenstein.
If only just Liechtenstein. I've only been here a couple of days, but I seem to know everything about about the Pope, the second Pope, Sigismund, Wenceslas, about the sickness of old men, the desires of young men, who I sometimes have to simply everything. The tavern seems to be the fount of all knowledge.
You'll have to tell me more about the sinning part. That sounds interesting.
You youngsters are all the same, but work before pleasure. After we find Liechtenstein...
I'll look forward to it. But anyway, about Liechtenstein. Anything new?
Well, there might be something. One of the girls I talked to told me her sweetheart frequents some nasty alehouse. And one of the regulars there, which is suspicious because this fella, they asked him where he got the coin.
All right. That sounds promising.
Of course, it doesn't have to be Liechtenstein, but there can't be that many rich men who pay...
That's true. And you've spoken...
Not yet. I was rather hoping you'd do it.
That's saying something. Well, trying to get sense out of... Does this place have a name?
I'm not sure if it's a name, but the locals call it the Hole in the Wall.
I see the owner has got a...
Unfortunately, I don't think it's a... You'll find it in Hot Prink.
So goat skin in the hole in the wall.
Before you go, I wanted to ask. Nobody ever told me why we're actually looking for the...
He might know where they're holding cake.
I'm sure lots of people might know that.
But Liechtenstein's on our side. At least I hope he still is. You never know these days.
But who is he?
He's a young noble from Job's council. His family have domains in Moravia and Lower Austria. He's here to gather information about the enemy, and judging by how important it was for Istvan to find out where he is, he's a real thought...
So we're getting involved in noble men's schemes again. That means trouble.
I'll do my best not to get us mixed up in all that.
Sure you will. But it can't be helped. There's a war on, and we have to fight. Watch out for yourself, Henry. I have a...
You're not the only one.
So what's it gonna be?
接着我们要去这个墙洞这个酒馆然后找人对话。在对话之前，这边的酒馆就说一下这边会有几个这个任务其中有一个任务是要找也就是主线深入地下找他对话之后你才能接不然他是无法对话的。这个我们待会就要对话了。然后这几个任务我之前带大家把其他支线都完成了，这边的这几个是打拳击的重复任务自己想练习格斗就找他们打隔几天就出来，隔几天就出来这个任务。好，我们可以先找旅店老板对话。
What are you here for, friend?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin.
You'd be surprised the people I know.
So you know where I can find him?
Look here, youngster. Whether I know him or not, the main thing is
I might be a stranger, yeah. But everyone had to come here.
Well, that's true enough. This alehouse hasn't... Although some of the guests look like they have. If you need something, ask Chenyek. And he might even tell you something.
You're talking as if he's not here.
Kurva. Just go and see.
好，我们去找陈叶科。
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Are you going to bake bread today?
挤进来还是能挤进来，刚刚 bug 了。就是这个陈叶科，你得主线里面跟他交谈一次，后面才能接到他的支线。
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Why not?
because I don't know you. Although the way you're kitted out, you seem like you might fit in here.
Who are you? And your people?
Well, I'm Chenyek.
All right. But why all...
Look at it like this. Although folk usually...
You still haven't told me what...
If you still ain't twigged, you ain't gonna find... Put it like this. So-called decent folk avoid this here alehouse.
I'll fit right in here. After all.
这个选项要求口才比较高啊。
Funny, I ain't seen your mug before, though.
No, I ain't from this neck of the woods. I do business mostly out of Colleen, only the catchpoles there are on my heels. I done in this fucker what owed me a only the bugger turns out to be the son of a councillor, so I needs to lay low for a bit. A mate of mine sent me to see Goatskin. Says he owes him from way back and he'd get me fixed up like...
One of ours from Colleen. Well, that's another story. What was it you wanted to know?
I'm looking for Goatskin. I hear he used to...
Aye. Thing is, ain't nobody seen him here for a few days.
But he used to come here.
Aye. He was here day in, day out. Only this time some burly lads came in.
Do you know the men who...
No. But there were some Jews, and that's pretty odd. Seeing as how they don't...
Why did they give him such a...
Well... Goatskin is a right knob. I reckon this time it was about his big... The last week he was coming, throwing glint around. And when we squeezed him about where...
And does this lord have a name?
He didn't say. We didn't swallow his yarn about spying anyway. We reckoned he made a score and just wanted to look like a big man.
What happened to Goatskin? Does anyone know where he is now?
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere. If you're going to look for him, try it at night. He don't stray far when he's on the job. Usually he goes after drunks. So I try asking in the local drinking dens.
All right. What does he look like?
God's truth. But you'll know Goatskin when you see him. They call him that on. He's got a dent in his foot.
Why didn't you defend Goatskin?
He is and he ain't. I'm no saint. But that, I ain't saying we don't look out for...
I'm sure you know the town better than...
Between the horse market and Hradek, there's the black... And then there's the big bathhouse. It belongs to some bloke.
Any others?
None I know.
Thanks.
I wish you luck then. Once you're done with him, come by and see us.
选这个的话，就会先接一下那个支线啊，我晚点再来接支线。 那我们深入地下呢，也有一个就是涉及到捆绑的一个支线啊，也就在这个主线里面才能接到的支线啊，待会我们就能接到了啊。这回呢，我们跟着任务走呢，是会去这个地方，这个地方我们会先去黑马酒馆问一下，然后我们再到浴场来问问相关的那个人物，就能了解到一些东西了，还有情报。来到这边的酒馆啊。 来到你显示的这个点的酒馆，然后找酒馆老板对话，我们获取一些情报。
How can I help you today?
I'm looking for someone called Goatskin. I hear he hangs...
Goatskin? That mangy... He turns up on the street now and then, but he never... No Germans come here.
Goatskin's German?
Goatskin's above all a slippery bastard who can't... What I do know is he likes robbing...
It sounds like you're not too fond of Germans.
It's the local yakkers who can. If you've got glint, come in and make yourself at home.
Any idea where I might find Goatskin then?
You could try asking in the bath. They get a lot of well-heeled, and some young wench there has been seeing Goatskin.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
Have some... I helped you out, didn't I?
还找我消费一点什么啊？我到你家都消费过了啊。好，然后我们接着去这个1点浴场去了解一下相关情报啊。了解之前保存一下。好，我们进到这家浴场啊，然后先来找各种人对话，先找浴场女主人对话。
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin.
Do I know him? That fucker.
He knows something.
What would he know?
Do you know where he might be?
How should I know? If I knew, I'd have told Adam long ago. He'd wring the bastard's neck in a...
Why does he choose to rob German?
A German merchant always has more coin.
Could you tell me where exactly he...
Hard to say. You know how it is, but it usually happens. The bastard stays clear.
Have you got any German customers?
What do you think? No.
And is Udo here?
No. It's too early for him.
You know Goatskin, see?
What? Nonsense.
That's what I heard.
Everyone badmouths him. If it's true...
Thanks.
You're welcome. And I reckon he'd be keen.
他让我们找亚当，亚当正好就在这边啊。如果你的亚当不在这儿，那也可能是在楼上休息。
Gepriesen sei der Herr.
I'm looking for someone called Goatskin, and the innkeeper said...
You're damn right I do. That lousy bastard robs my car. What's worse?
Sort out.
Nothing nasty, besides the Germans. Goatskin, and I reckon...
How will it help you?
Schindel complained to the council main, so if you track...
Any idea what the...
No idea.
I'll see if I can find...
Great. If you find anything, take it...
Right you are. Now, about...
What do you...
Do you know where to find...
Not the faintest idea. I asked at the Black Hawk.
What did they tell you?
They claimed... No...
Have you ever seen him up close?
Like any other tramp. Filthy. I reckon that's where his wits...
You wouldn't happen to have a joke?
I reckon not. But I'm not sure.
I'll go and look somewhere.
Aye. If you...
Right.
Auf Wiedersehen, mein Herr.
好，这时候我们接到一个任务啊，辛德尔大师的玩具啊，这个任务这是和这个深入地下绑定的一个支线任务啊，在其他时候你接不到的啊，只有在这个任务进行的时候才能接到。这个不着急，我们现在先把这些解决啊，找到山羊皮，我们才能继续推进。然后呢，我们现在啊，这个牧场主、牧场女主人都找过了，现在我们就找这些姑娘来交谈了啊。健壮玛丽。
Do you get a lot of German merchants?
We used to. Unfortunate.
How come?
I don't know. But it's a pit. They'll come back, though. But there's one who has... Udo, he's called. But that's all...
He just drinks here?
Drinks and plays darts.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Take care now.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
啊，接着找一下别的姑娘啊，这个看看他们在哪。这里有个小丽达啊，小丽达不能对话的。啊，我先找到这个波拉格的汉卡，先找他对话。
Welcome.
I'm looking for a fella called Goats.
Aye. He turns up the bastard's ruining my business.
That's not very nice. And you wouldn't have some idea.
You bet it would. But if that bitch Mary's bound to know that.
I thought you bathhouse.
There's a limit to every... She can marry that cripple for all I care. But when she should grab... Oh.
Is that all you know?
Ain't that enough for you?
Thanks then.
If you find him, see you soon, my friend.
好，现在我找到这个卡奇卡对话啊。
Don't think so.
Some vagrant.
Do I look that rough? If you're looking for low life, go the tab.
Thanks.
Take care, sir.
啊，情报了解差不多了，应该还有一个，就是我们给裙子穿红衣服的那个人，但是不知道在哪。先不管了啊，然后我们找这个讨厌的玛丽对话啊。
Then I'll have a sip of you.
Good afternoon.
选这个你在倒酒呢，是可以和他那个一下啊，但是我建议不要搞啊。还到时候还要穿衣服，一件一件穿麻烦。直接选这个，找山羊皮。
I'm looking for a goat skin.
No, you're a good-looking fella. I couldn't care less about...
But I do. And the...
So, you're not here to have a good... I know goat skin. But don't expect me to tell...
Why is he hiding?
How should I know? He's never far from...
Where is he hiding?
I don't know. And even if that's why he's hiding...
啊，这个要求口才比较高啊，所以呢，你口才不够的话，你可能要用另一种方法去完成啊。然后我选这个啊，要跟着我选啊，你口才够的话选这个。
Come on now. Do I really look like someone who...
No, you don't.
You see? I'm trying to help Goatskin. But
Help him?
with this situation he's in, it's complicated. And the less you know, the...
All right, I understand. He gets me into enough trouble as it is.
There you go. So where's he hiding?
There's a yard behind, and at the opposite end, you'll see a barn. Help him, will you?
I'll see what I can do.
Take care, my friend.
好了，此时呢，我们的山羊皮呢就能找到确切的一个位置了。如果你刚刚口才不够怎么办呢？就是你注意看一下任务的一个说明。任务的说明就是通过了解到这个信息啊，他会抢劫德国商人。那有一个德国商人叫乌多，他到晚上就来这个浴场。那这时候呢，你就把时间切换到晚上，然后跟他对话，然后是有事找你啊，什么什么的，然后他应该就走了，然后你跟着他，然后山羊皮会出来打劫他，那这时候你就能找到他了啊。或者还有一种方法，就跟着水之哥直接过去。
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
到那个黑马酒馆的门口，先跟着我跑吧。这一段就不掐了啊。当然了，刚刚我们对话的那个讨厌的玛丽，她也会过来，就是你可以跟踪她，她有可能会过来，就是报信啊。然后我们到这边来，看到没？有个 Alt 键，我们就可以查看。啊，这就是那个玛丽说的谷仓了。然后这个位置是在这里，啊，这个位置就是这个显示的地方啊。那这个地方怎么进去呢？这样子啊，跟着我走。看到这个裁缝店的标志了吗？啊，这裁缝店标志啊，也就是我呆呆坐的这个地方啊。我们从这裁缝店标志进去，不是这一块啊，不是这一块，进的是这个房子。有小伙伴发现，哎，我这边怎么进啊？进不去啊，别急。然后我们走这跨过去，然后进了这个谷仓。等等啊，他要我滚蛋，等一等啊，我先把这个解决掉。好，我把它支走了，还是刚刚那个地方上去啊，烦死了那个人。然后我们回头看到没？这个地方再跳过来，然后再上这个梯子，然后下来，他就在这个里面，看到没？我们爬上去，看一下地图啊。刚刚我们是这样走的啊，从裁缝这边或者是这一家啊，这两家都可以。然后这个谷仓，从这边谷仓上来，然后往这边走，这边还有个梯子，再爬一次，然后出来到这里啊。这就找到他了。
Well, look who we have here. You must be Goatskin.
What?
What do you think? Look.
But I'm hiding.
But I found you. So you're not hidden anymore.
I have a couple of questions for you.
Look, I didn't. I never told nobody.
Who the hell is Samuel?
You weren't sent by Sam.
I wouldn't be asking you if I was, would I?
You know, like,
I get that, but do you think they'll just forget about it? How long do you intend to hide?
Until I have enough. You know, glint to take off.
Well, I could help you with that. If you help me,
That sounds, you know, promising.
Coin shouldn't be a problem. I know somewhere you can hole up. Help me.
Well, I'd like to know what place.
Do you know the Devil's Den?
Aye, but it's a shithole. I ain't too fond of me.
Aye, but you're thinking of the band that used to be there. Now it's my... Just tell them Henry sent you, and they'll let you... If you help me, that is.
That don't sound too bad. Folks are getting fed up with me here.
Just some information. That's all.
All right. What do you want to know?
I heard you were spying for some nobleman. Is that...
I was doing nothing, but, you know, like, I was...
Who is this Samuel you saw?
He just hired me. He's one of them lot. You know, he was nice to me till I started...
Do you know where I could find this Samuel?
Go to that, you know, synagogue. He hangs around it in front of it. And evenings he sits around at the King Solomon. But watch out. They ain't too welcoming towards...
Have you ever heard the name Liechtenstein?
I don't know him, but I heard Samuel telling his people, like them Jews, I mean, about this... What's his name?
What exactly did he say? Did he speak about him in a good way or a bad way?
I don't know. I just remembered a funny name. I don't pay much heed to things that what don't...
And you call yourself a spy?
Watch it, mate. I remember things well enough, but only what they pay...
Jesus, well... What is it you did as a spy?
Mostly I was standing guard. I was watching for who was going in and out, see?
And what went on there?
Well, people was coming and going. All sorts of noble. I was good at that.
And there's another thing. Those things you stole...
that...
这个就是问的那个支线的东西，问辛德尔的东西了。
The owner wants them back.
I still have them.
Where?
In them secret, you know.
Tunnels. Secret passageways.
I ain't blathering. It's in the passageway. And if you give me a couple of groschen, I can teach you too. Knowing your way round, you know.
Walk around underground.
Aye, like, wait and see.
Let's get this straight. Which will help me find your stash?
That's about the long and short of it.
Look, Goatskin. Just because I was not... Tell me what you know.
Well, no need to fly off the handle. Like...
Goatskin, spit it out.
Aye, all right. It's like this. I know them passageways. This old thief gave it to me. And when I...
A treasure map? You're young.
No, I swear, on my Mars soul. It ain't...
Big difference. Where's this map, then?
I flogged it to this thief. Angel, he called it.
Called himself? So this angel...
Aye, he was hanged outside the city walls. He's still swinging there. But watch out, the gallows is guarded to stop quacks cutting off the...
Thanks. You've been a great...
That's me through and through. I'd better be off.
Off you go.
好，接下来我们的任务都推进了啊。这个地下藏身处找到这个被偷的物品，其中他说了有一个人画到就是有个人画了一张地图，也就是这个整个库腾堡的地下那个地图。地下地图其实我们之前在做支线的时候能拿到一个，如果没拿到的小伙伴呢，我们可以看这个说明啊。拿到地图的人被吊死了啊，被吊死了，然后他尸体还在。这个在城外的绞刑架上，那城外的绞刑架正好是库腾堡绞刑台，就在这我们可以过去拿下地图。我鉴于有一些小伙伴可能没有水之哥先带大家拿一下就来到库腾堡的最右侧的这个地方去拿一下。来到这个地方我们就是找个地方上去就好了。然后在他身上把这个库腾堡地下地图拿了就可以了那库腾堡地下地图呢是这个样子的大家注意看右边，地图的右边有一只山羊加个箭头，看到没？还被圈起来的那个地方就是那个位置我们要拿的东西就在这那个支线里面的。那同时呢，我们的主线也推进到就是找那个塞缪尔这个先不着急，我们先把这个完成，好吧？好，保存一下，来到地图这个位置，看一下看一下我在哪。这个地方 这个地方这个房子里面呢，我们是可以下到那个地下的，其实就是库腾堡地图里面的啊。这时候我们先打个火把啊，不然里面看不到。下去之后呢是这个地下了啊，我们先往这边走啊。前面只有一条路啊，到后面才有岔路，不着急。这时候有岔路的，对吧？然后我们往这边走，左边。这边还要下一次，继续往前走。到这个岔路左边，就在这个桶里面。我们拿到这个天与地之书星盘，接着我们就回去了啊。回去的时候，我们可以不用完全回到那个上面。我们这边看到没？走过来，我刚刚原路返回的，爬上梯子然后把这锁开，正好这个是这边位置呢，正好是这个抄写员的家。然后我们出去注意不要被人发现了，这个是禁止区域但是不是非法入侵。把这个关了。接着我们直接绕出去直接出去就好了。
I'm at your service, sir.
走错了。我看一下他在哪，看一下任务点在哪在后面。那我们就走这出去，应该是能出去的。他就在这站着，看到没？我们找他对话。
Good day to you. What bring?
You must be Master Shin.
Well, well, well. But I shall not. I will go to the... and I shall continue to...
Actually, I came to give you back...
Really? You have my arrest...
right.
That's wonderful. You can't even imagine what a blow...
Oh, I get it. The fire in the alley...
Bah! That was full of Ptolemaic bull. This obsession with an... At any rate, I am immense...
Thank you. But there was also this volume of strange verses.
Oh, yes. One of my students... You can keep it. I don't really have time to traipse around town and look for, well, whatever it was he was trying to convey.
What is that astrolabe, anyway?
A device. It allows me to display the position of the stars if I know the time, or, on the contrary, I can determine the time.
I see. So, that book by a...
It's an interesting thought. Erasmo postulates that if, but rather, the Earth around the celestial bodies.
Well, I must admit...
Think nothing of it. The relative reciprocal movement of...
Fine.
Till we meet again.
刚刚什么澡堂派来的就不用对话了这个是之前刚刚接到任务的时候和他对话的一个信息，再对话他可能要掉声望了，没必要对话了，因为我们找到他东西直接交了就好了。好了，这个支线咱们就完成了。接着就是我们和这个塞缪尔对话。那塞缪尔对话我们要进入犹太区从这边进这个位置进。来到这个位置，然后能看到这个门直接打开就好了顺便一提的是，这个附近的比武场这个人是可以学连招的我在上期视频还有支线都带大家来过，这次再提醒一次这个比武场你找他对话就能学习招式找他对话就能学不是练习几招是那个学习连招是连招。从这边进来之后，我们到这个 F 点，然后来找塞缪尔，塞缪尔就是他。
God be with you.
Sholem, are you lost? Or what would a goy...
What do you think goy means?
It means you do not...
It means nation in Hebrew.
Good one. All right. But not everyone is a...
I'm looking for someone called Samuel.
What do you want with him?
Is that you?
There are many Samuels here.
All right. I'm looking for a John of Liechtenstein.
I'm sure Samuel knows a lot. But I do not see why he should tell you.
It isn't just anyone looking for Liechtenstein. It'd be better for Samuel to say what...
I do not care who sent you. You will not impress me like...
So how can I impress...
Impressions are worth nothing.
I'm only of interest.
All right.
An exchange. Something in return. I have this one problem.
Well, if your people can't handle it, why not?
You are no better than my...
I understand. What's this about, then?
You probably know that my people face outbreaks of hatred from time to time. A house is... Usually it is started by some scum spreading rumors that we eat Christian...
Well, those are usually debtors who...
That is what I used to think as well. It would make sense at least. There are those who do it just out of spite. And because they can get away. I have heard that such people are meeting in an old abandoned... I need someone to get among them.
All right. I'll do it.
Agreed. They usually meet at the start...
At the start of the day, according to...
I see you're in the know. At the start of my day, so when the first three...
Right. So they meet after sunset. The miners' district...
That's right. I reckon you can still catch up with them there if you get them to let you join, and you'll have fulfilled...
And then you'll tell me how to...
That was my promise.
好的，接着我们的任务啊，就推进到这个混入反犹太人士的集会啊。其实这一个什么什么这个集会，这个就在一处废弃庭院的这个里面啊，他们会进行会面。那这个里面呢，就是我们刚刚做任务的地方啊，刚刚做支线的地方，就是这一边啊，这一片。它有一个重要的信息是在日落时分开始。头上有3颗星星，还记得吗？他说的3颗星星啊。日落时分，那这个时候这边的日落时分是21点，所以呢，我们进入到这边要把时间调到22点之后才能触发剧情。好，22点之后呢，你的任务就会推进了啊。然后呢，并且这个点呢，它也告诉你了啊，这个点就直接告诉你了，看到没啊？所以呢，前面没指引也不用担心，你把时间往后推就知道了，然后我们就能触发动画了。
Hey! Hey! Open up! Open up!
Gurwell, what are you doing, Moisha?
Food's a capora, piece of junk. Never mind. We'll cut this shit down.
接着有一场战斗啊。
Wait! Don't kill him! You're gonna beg for mercy? After this?
We can make a deal. We have some of your people, we can exchange them.
Our people? What the hell are you talking about?
We caught some of them yesterday, trying to get to Liechtenstein, just like you.
No, I'm after Liechtenstein because I need to talk to him. I'm not his enemy. But if you know where he is, you better take me to him. Right now.
I have my orders. I'm not supposed to let anyone near him. Especially not someone who just beat my 2 best men. I'm not a fool.
Right. I'll go unarmed. If that'll convince you.
I'll trust you. But in return, you have to trust me. You can't see where we're going.
All right. But no tricks.
Those are the rules.
Wait. Who is that somewhere?
We will soon find out. Let us in.
Wenches or the neighbor's daughter, any dirt you can dig up. Off you go! Oh, who have you brought now, Sam?
I'm not entirely sure, but he says he knows you and absolutely insisted he had to talk to you.
Ah. Of course. Henry. Lord Capon of Perkstein's page. We met on my visit to Rattay. He's all right.
Lord Capon's escort and bodyguard.
Quite. Quite. But tell me, what brings you here?
Well, that's quite a long story, sir.
Well, I've got plenty of time, and actually I enjoy long stories. You know why? Because they demand a lot of wine. Please, take a seat and tell me everything.
If I'm not mistaken, Jobst sent you to von Berkhoff with a message. How did that go?
In a word, badly.
Oh, how's that?
I hardly know where to start. I'm lucky to be alive. In any case, neither von Berkhoff nor the League of Lords are planning to join Jobst.
Good God. I need a drink now. But did you manage to deliver the message in the end?
Yes, but it was touch and go.
I like exciting stories.
Well, you'll love this one then. Apart from being ambushed and almost killed, Capon ended up on the gallows for poaching.
A nobleman? On the gallows for poaching?
Well, he looked more like a tramp than a nobleman at the time. He really did have a noose round his neck, though. But it all worked out in the end.
Good gracious. But tell me, who ambushed you?
Well, that's interesting as well. Istvan Toth and some others.
What? That sneaky rat from Talmberg? He's still alive?
Not anymore.
You? Well done. Let's drink to that.
Death to the enemy.
What happened next?
Von Berkhoff was attacked around the same time by the same men, so we thought we were on the same side as him. And we wanted to help him catch the bandits as a goodwill gesture.
Why didn't he catch them himself?
He tried. We found out for him that the bandits were holed up at Nabokov. When he sent his soldiers to their lair, we went with them. We wanted to be there and get Istvan.
And that's where you killed him?
No. We were nearly killed ourselves. Again.
By Istvan?
No, he wasn't there. The bandits were led by a fella who fucked us right up, and von Berkhoff's entire force, too. He lured us into a trap and slaughtered everyone. Me and Capon were the only survivors.
It sounds like your guardian angel never gets a moment's rest.
Yeah, there was some luck in it. But it was more that Zizka knew he could get a ransom for Capon.
Wait, Zhishka? He's the one who almost killed you.
You know him?
Of course I do. Zhishka is in the service of Prokop of Luxembourg, King Wenceslas's cousin.
Aye, we found that out as well.
And what the hell was Istvan Toth doing with him?
It turned out he was spying for von Berghoff. But he didn't do a great job, fortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
I am starting to get confused.
That makes two of us. Maybe we'll understand better if we get drunk.
You're not holding back, I see. Your health, then. After Zhishka took us prisoner, it finally became clear we were on the same side, and Istvan had to flee.
So when did you kill that bastard?
Not till some time later. Just when we thought we were out of the woods and Istvan was gone, he appeared outside the walls of Nabokov again, with von Berghoff and Markvart von Aulitz. Von Aulitz was on his way to Kuttenberg with reinforcements for Sigismund. And with the finger of God.
With the what?
A bombard.
Good lord!
Have you ever seen one? I hadn't, until they used it against us.
I've heard about the bombard. An infernal weapon. Then what?
We didn't have a chance. They blew the tower to pieces and took us all prisoner. They took us to Trotsky and tortured us. But with the help of a woman who works with Zhishka, we managed to escape.
Zhishka. That man always has a trick or two in reserve.
Thank God. While we were making our escape, I crossed paths with Toth, and finally took my revenge for everything he did.
Dull moment with you, I see. To happy endings, then. And where is Lord Capon? Or should I call him the Prince of Poachers?
Well, the most fitting thing to call him would be hostage, because that's what he is now.
A hostage?
That's right. Von Berghoff took him with him. And that's why I'm here, in fact.
Your original plan went badly awry, I must say.
Well, it could have been worse.
That's the way of the world. For my part, I'm forced into hiding, as you've probably noticed. They're after me as if I owed taxes. Ah, if only I knew what Jobst would say.
I know exactly what he'd say as it happens.
You do?
I spoke to Jobst just after we arrived at Suchdal. He expressly forbade me to look for you, or try to rescue Capon.
That damned... Did he say why?
Aye. He said you can look after yourself. And as a nobleman, Capon has nothing to fear in captivity.
Ah, Jobst.
If we cause trouble for Sigismund, it could threaten his plans, he said. That's cowardice, if you ask me.
It's true I can take care of myself, but the old schemer could at least have warned me, whatever his plans might be.
Zhishka sees Jobst as a pain in the arse, too. I mean, he's not fond of him. And he doesn't approve of his plan.
Then I expect he and I will see eye to eye. Although I prefer a different strategy to braining all and sundry with a mace. Even so, what brings you to me? You didn't take this risk just to tell me what Jobst is like, or that I should carry on with what I'm doing.
No. My first concern is to rescue Lord Capon, whatever schemes Jobst is dreaming up.
And then...
And also, it's about your safety.
My safety?
You know, they tortured us. Zhishka, Godwin and me. They asked about Jobst's plans and about you. I'd have held out, but Godwin... He told them where you were.
Where I am? In this city, you mean? That's not such a terrible betrayal. Kuttenberg is a big city. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Not that they have not tried. They almost caught you a couple of times. if it were not for my people.
That's true, of course. But I'm not going to bear a grudge. The executioner always gets what he wants. And if he hadn't, we wouldn't be talking right now.
I apologize.
No need. It's not your fault. Nevertheless, let's turn the page. Capon. How do you plan to free him?
That's exactly why I came to see you.
Oh. How's that?
Because you know how to do it. Don't you?
You have a lot of confidence in me.
Well, I don't have many options. Well then, am I right?
Sigismund confiscated the property of some burghers and noblemen in the city when they opposed him, and he divided the property up between his loyal followers. He seized Malashov Fortress from the Rutards, for instance. And didn't you say, Sam, that he gifted it to von Berkhoff?
Yes, that is so.
That was before von Berkhoff was in these parts. But if he's here now, where else would he be but in Malashov? And if von Berkhoff is there...
That's where his captive will be.
Correct. Capon is at Malashov Fortress.
Well, that's fucked then. How the hell 3 of us conquer a fortress, and 1 of us a woman?
That's a conquest I'd like to see. It would go down in history.
The history of suicidal madness.
You can't just launch an assault on Malashov. It's a strong fortress. We'll need a cunning plan.
Or long ladders and lots of men. That could be arranged, maybe.
Careful! Jobst ordered us not to stir up trouble. And this would be serious trouble. But if Capon simply vanished...
Vanished how, exactly?
I don't know yet. But like I said, Malashov belonged to the Rutards. And I'm sure they're not keen on the new tenant. I think if you pay a visit to Sir Kunslin Rutard and convince him you have common interests, he'll be happy to think up a solution with you.
Like what?
Who knows? Perhaps Lord Rutard knows of a back door into his old home, and he might not be averse to an arrangement with someone who'll help him take revenge.
Someone like you.
Well, I wouldn't get my hopes up. But it's the best we've got, and there's no harm in trying. Where can I find this Kunslin?
Sigismund seized his fortress, but, surprisingly, he let him keep his palace in the city. It's right next to the Italian court.
All right. I'll give it a go.
Once you have some news, you know where to find me. Is there anything you want to know before you go?
Come to think of it, I've no idea where we actually are.
Of course. I'd forgotten how you got here.
We're in the Jewish quarter, in the basement of the King Solomon Tavern, below my tavern. Goyim do not just wander in here, but I will tell my people you are with us.
Thanks a whole lot. All right, I'll set off now.
Good luck. It was good to see you again, Henry. And be careful. There's bound to be spies swarming around the palace. This city isn't safe.
Tell me about it. Danger is my daily bread these days.
好的，小伙伴们，我们这个深入地下就完成了这期主线。然后你也可以和他这个约翰交谈一下啊，了解一些相关的东西。
What are you doing here?
That's a good question.
You're not.
I gave him some info. Jobst thinks...
You don't believe you...
Trusting your own plan tends to be a... And the backup includes... They can't do much on their own.
Why are the Jews?
Because I asked. Most Christians avoid Jews. Besides, the local Jewish community...
They know von Berg?
Sadly, they do. Those who survive...
Why would he need convincing?
Sigismund has made many enemies in Kuttenberg, but he's not stupid. He hasn't completely...
He just made them fit.
I'd rather call it caution. It's complicated. This isn't chess. Just because they can't stomach...
So you're sending me...
You could say that. If it works out, it will be a...
好的， 那下一个主线呢是这个银之路啊，要去这个地方，但是我们不着急啊。后面我们还有一小部分的支线要处理掉啊，所以呢，我们先把能看见的支线啊先处理完。好，小伙伴们，我们下期视频再见了，大家拜拜。